So it's all done, everything is blocked more or less. This is why it's so important to do all the blocking of the windows a few days ahead, because then you can really see if it keeps up, if the tape is really holding everything. I can already see if the tape's coming off, but since this is all the time I have, I hope it will do for the next days. So what is the plan? The setting. So we have the apartment, we have the windows blocked, we have the no lights inside, at least minimally. There's still some lights coming out from the windows when it's daytime. It is really nighttime right now, and it's pretty much blocked, but when it's daytime there will be some light. The curtains help a lot, and if I'm gonna keep my eyes shut, then it's gonna be okay, I'm sure, at least for the first time of doing all this. So we have the location, and the season is really good right now because the summer is winding down, and I don't even think I'll have to use the AC, but I have that option also, so it's not too hot anymore to be locked down in an apartment. Diet-wise, I'm going to be fasting for one day, doing the Yom Kippur thing kind of bit before on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday I'm gonna be on nuts, like I'm gonna go nuts. No, I mean I'm gonna eat just nuts and water. I've got some 6 packs of water, just bottled water. I guess it's just easier to drink water from a bottle when you don't see anything rather than just use a glass. I took care of the plants, so they should survive even though I'm not watering them. I would have really wanted to shut down my phone completely for this, but I guess I might be needed, so I get a special ringtone for a few contacts, just in case there's like a life or death emergency and someone needs my help. But other than that, I'm not gonna use the phone. Even if it rings, I'm not going to answer it. I would have really wanted this to be like in complete silence. That would be crazy. But also, like, outside of my building, people are like building stuff in the street, so there will be some noise, and that could be a good indication to understand when it's day and when it's night. So I don't think I'm gonna get too lost, because one of the things I'm really curious about is the loss of the feeling of time, right? Because when you close your eyes all the time, or when it's completely dark and you don't recognize when the sun is up or not, it can kind of confuse the sense of time. But I think those, like the noise from outside, are gonna really help me still be connected and understand when it's day and when it's not. And about being with eyes closed, so usually I don't think the dark rooms at all have this thing about closing your eyes. It's just about being in a dark room for long enough time to have the biological changes happening to your body and to your mind. But I really want to add to this the idea of just staying with eyes closed, because it's really fascinating for me. So this is something else I thought about, and I think it's a good opportunity to add this in this experience. But I will be very flexible with this, as I always am, because I think like when I wake up, I would want to wash my eyes from all the, like the gooey thing that we have when we wake up, because maybe if I don't wash my eyes from it and I keep my eyes closed for 3 days, then maybe it would just build up and I would just block my eyes and I would never be able to open my eyelids. Or that just might be my craziness. So I got, don't laugh, but I got this, just, a mask. It's the only one was available that I found for like very cheap, and it blocks very good. So I'm gonna keep this in my pocket, and if I get tired of closing my eyes, I'll just use that. So 3 days without going out of the apartment, without eating too much, and with a lot of free time. I don't know if I'll go crazy from all that time, or I'll just really, really enjoy it. What I'm going to do with this time is basically meditate a lot. I'm going to work on some lucid dreaming, specifically some exit journeying like from waking into the dream itself. It could be a really good time to practice that. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm happy I have this opportunity to do it in this time. It would be really cool to work with energy as well. There is something about energy that you can see it a bit better when it's darker. And also, if I'm going to stay with my eyes closed for 3 days or for most of the time, it's also interesting about this thing about seeing with eyes closed. It's something that happened to me before when I was awake, when I actually had an experience for just a few seconds where like poop out of my head. Not pooped, oh my god, I just got out of my head while walking, and it was just like this point of awareness in the middle of my apartment at the time, and just went back in and I was wide awake. But mostly I think these experiences with eyes closed, being able to see with eyes closed, happens to us a lot in this in-between state between waking and sleep. So just staying with eyes closed would be very interesting, whether it is about experiencing energy and the manipulation of energy outside of the body, inside the body, but also I'm extremely curious to see what happens if we close our eyes for a long time. Could it just, aside from like the non-physical side, could it just do something to cure our eyesight or to like benefit our eyesight in some way? And this is where the AC comes again. Remember when I showed you the light from the AC, the blue light from the AC, and I told you that I don't like it for various reasons. So one of those reasons is my eyesight is pretty good, but not perfect. And every time I look at that blue light, I see it a little bit blurred, even if I'm really close to it. So this could be a really nice indication if I do keep my eyes shut for 3 days, and if I open them and I can see after that time that blue light very clear and sharp, then I would know that something has happened to my eyesight. I have checked my eyes before to see like if I need a number or something, but they said it's okay, but I don't buy it because I know that at some point in my life I could look at those blue LED lights and just see them normally. So we'll see about that also. I think it's also really cool if I do keep my eyes shut for these days, or even if I'm just staying in darkness for 3 days, it could be a really nice anchor for lucid dreaming, because every time I sleep and I actually see something, in case my eyes are shut, or every time I sleep and I dream about something that is outside in daylight, then I should know instantly that it's a dream, because I'm going to spend a few days just in total darkness. So that would be really interesting to see how that affects my dreams. And also, in a different way, it could be really interesting to see if keeping the eyes shut would actually make me dream of dreams when I keep my eyes shut in them. So this is really fascinating by itself. A few more very fascinating things that I'm looking forward to is, one, just in this very explorative way, just what happens when you're in total darkness, like very dark, or closing your eyes for a long time. What happens? Does something happen? Is there any change like they say, or would it be just something so simple and that I wouldn't notice? Is 3 days enough to experience something like that? Or maybe it's not enough and I need to go for a week or more, although this time it's going to be only 3 days max. Maybe I'll even like end it before if it's too much for me. Like I said before, losing the sense of time would be extremely interesting. I even put up the best person I could find to call me up on Saturday when I'm supposed to be done with all of this, just to make sure that I understand that the time is up and I can stop this whole process. And that person, of course, is my mom, because she would want definitely for me to end this, and she would never forget to call. So another thing that is really interesting is just mentally, like the fear. staying for a long period of time in just darkness, like how would you feel? How would you emotionally handle it? I must say that when I started just blocking the windows, I could feel like the psychological pressure of doing this, of understanding that I'm actually going to do this process. Kind of makes you hesitate, but this usually happens when you do this extreme edge experiences. So you kind of just know that it's something that comes along and you gotta go through with it anyways. And also, I'm always doing a forgiving process, so I know I can stop it any time. And right now, I'm still extremely curious to do this, so I'm kind of over the psychological pressure for now, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm really curious to see if it's going to be easy for me or it's going to be a lot more difficult than I think, and see how I actually handle this. And another thing that's also very, very interesting to find out is this first moment when you open your eyes after being in darkness for a long time, or just seeing the rays of the sun for the first time. I'm sure, like from past Vipassana experiences, when you keep quiet and you don't talk, which I'm actually also going to do for these 3 days, when you talk again after 10 days of Vipassana, then it feels completely different. You don't expect it, but it's just there. So it's also curious if I can reappreciate the sun again. I'm sure I will reappreciate the sun again. I'm sure I'm gonna pray to see the sun again and be under the sun, the beautiful, beautiful sun that we don't need right now. So I think this is about it. I'm sure my breatharian experience, my living on pranic experience will make being nourished only from nuts and water very easy. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I have the mask. I'm going to try to close my eyes for the whole time. I have no idea if I'll see some hallucinations, really hoping to, and really hoping to cope if there's any fear and something like that. Yeah, and this feels weird, but that's it. Now we begin. I'm going to go to sleep, close my eyes for 3 days, and see what happens. I've just opened my eyes after 3 days, and yeah, I didn't expect this.